My child, I see you waiting. I see the quiet hours of your heart where no one else can enter. I see the prayers whispered in the dark, the tears that fall when you think no one is watching. I see the longing, the questions, the ache of a soul asking, Lord, how much longer? And I want you to know I am not ignoring you. I am not delaying out of cruelty. You are waiting, yes, but you are not waiting in vain. For while you wait, I work. And what I am preparing for you is far greater than what you thought you lost, far deeper than what you thought you needed, far higher than what you dared to dream. Do you not remember what is written? For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways. My ways declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Isaiah 55:8-9. This is why I ask you to trust me in the silence, because while you see delay, I see protection. While you see emptiness, I see preparation. While you see unanswered prayers, I see the shaping of your faith into something eternal. Child waiting is not wasted when it is placed in my hands. For I am the God of Abraham, who waited decades for the promised son. I am the God of Joseph, who waited in the prison before standing in the palace. I am the God of David, who waited in the fields before sitting on the throne. And I am your God too. The waiting is not punishment. The waiting is refinement. The waiting is the sacred place where I strip away what cannot go with you into the promise. Do not despise this season, even though it feels heavy. Do not despise the silence, even though it feels like I am far away. Because I am not absent, I am closer than your breath. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. Psalm 145:18, I know how much you long for an answer. But my beloved, sometimes the greater gift is not the answer, it is me. And when you have me, you already have more than you know. Think of the seed buried beneath the soil. It waits in the dark, unseen, hidden, pressed beneath the weight of earth. To the eye, it looks forgotten. But in that hidden place, something holy is happening. The shell is breaking, life is stirring. Roots are digging deep, and in due season it will push through the soil into the light. That is what I am doing in you. That is why the wait matters. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. James 1:4, I am not merely answering your prayer, I am transforming your heart. I am not merely giving you a blessing, I am making you into someone who can carry it. So do not run from this season. Do not try to escape the waiting by chasing after counterfeits. Do not settle for less than what I have spoken over you, because what I have promised I will fulfill, and I do not lie. God is not human, that he should lie, not a human being, that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? Numbers 23:19, yes, it hurts to wait. Yes, it feels like others are running ahead of you, receiving what you prayed for while you remained still. But child, what I give will not be fragile. It will not be temporary. It will not be counterfeit. When I give it will be lasting. When I open the door, no man can shut it. When I bless, no curse can undo it. Trust the author of your story. I know the ending you cannot yet see. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11, right now you see pieces, I see the whole. Right now you feel delay, I see destiny. Right now you feel weakness, I see the place where my strength will rest on you. So wait well. Wait with expectation, not despair. Wait with hope, not fear. Wait with the confidence that what I start, I will finish. Being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians 1:6. Lift your eyes, beloved. The delay is not denial. The silence is not abandonment. The waiting is not wasted. It is my preparation. And when the appointed time comes, you will see why I asked you to wait. And you will say, He makes everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. My child, the waiting is not wasted. The pause is not punishment. It is the place where roots grow deeper, where your faith is refined, where trust is no longer a theory, but a living fire inside you. When you see nothing moving on the surface, know that beneath the soil I am weaving miracles that will one day break forth with undeniable power. Did I not say through my prophet Habakkuk, though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2:3. My timing is not bound by your clock, nor my purposes held captive by your schedule. I move according to eternity, and eternity cannot be rushed. You feel the ache of waiting, but in the waiting, I am shaping you into the vessel that can carry the blessing without breaking under its weight. Consider Joseph, thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, cast into prison. For years it seemed I was silent, but I was not absent. In the shadows, I was aligning his steps with destiny, preparing him not only to dream, but to reign. Without the years of delay, Joseph would not have had the wisdom to govern, nor the humility to forgive. What looked like waiting was actually preparation, and when the time came, he stepped into a role greater than he ever imagined. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28. Beloved, your life is not off course. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. What you call delay is often my mercy. For I see dangers. You do not see battles. You are not ready to fight weights. You are not strong enough to carry. I withhold not to deprive you, but to protect you until the moment you are ready to receive. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in Him, to the one who seeks Him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. Lamentations 3:25-26. Do not despise the waiting room. It is the place where you learn to hear my whisper, where you learn to walk by faith and not by sight, where you learn that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from my mouth. In the silence, I am training your ear to recognize my voice. In the stillness, I am teaching your heart to rest in me. So when the storm rages, you will not be shaken. I know you pray and feel the heavens are brass, that your words echo back unanswered. But remember, Daniel prayed, and for 21 days the answer was delayed because of spiritual resistance in the heavenly realms. Yet, from the first moment he prayed, his words were heard. Daniel 10:12-13. Child, your prayers have already reached my throne. The answer is not denied. It is being prepared, fought for, and released in its appointed time. Think of the seed buried beneath the ground. Days, weeks, months may pass with no sign of life. Yet in secret, the seed is breaking open, roots are stretching downward, strength is forming unseen. And then suddenly, in a single moment, green shoots pierce the soil, and what was hidden bursts forth. So it will be with you. What I am preparing will appear suddenly, but it has been forming all along. Do not let impatience rob you of your inheritance. Do not grasp what is not yet ready. Do not build what I have not ordained for. Unless I build the house, the laborers labor in vain. Psalm 127:1. Trust that my hands are building something stronger, something eternal, something greater than the fleeting satisfactions of this world. You see delay, I see design. You feel waiting, I see weaving. You see silence, I see strategy. My thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways. My ways, Isaiah 55:8-9. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Child, let peace guard your heart. When impatience rises, lift your eyes to the cross where time itself bowed to eternity. At Calvary it seemed all hope was lost. The disciples mourned, the tomb was sealed, darkness covered the earth. But 3 days later, resurrection broke the silence, and the waiting gave way to glory. If I could turn death into life, despair into victory, then surely I can turn your waiting into wonders. So lean into me. Breathe in my promises. Speak them over your soul. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31. The waiting is not the end of your story. It is the place where strength is reborn, hope is rekindled, and faith is forged. Even now, angels move at my command. Even now, doors are being aligned, opportunities are being positioned, hearts are being stirred, and roads are being paved. You may not see it yet, but trust that I am working in layers beyond your understanding. At the right time, I will open the floodgates of blessing, and what once felt delayed will feel like a miracle that arrived at the perfect moment. Rest, my beloved. Your waiting is holy ground. Stay faithful in the small stay, steadfast in the unseen stay, surrendered in the silence. For when the appointed time comes, you will testify He has done immeasurably more than all we asked or imagined, according to His power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3:20. And when it happens, you will not only rejoice in the blessing, you will thank me for the waiting. Beloved, do not measure your life by the ticking of a clock or the pages of a calendar. Measure it by the faith that grows in your waiting, by the trust that deepens in your silence, by the character that forms in your hidden seasons. For I am not rushing you. I am refining you. You are not being delayed. You are being designed. Think of Abraham, to whom I promised descendants as numerous as the stars. Yet years passed and his arms remained empty. He looked at the sky and saw countless stars, but his tent was still silent. He wrestled with doubt. He tried to grasp the promise in his own strength, but still I called him to wait. And when the child of promise came, laughter filled his home, and his testimony became a song for generations. Against all hope, Abraham in hope believed Romans 4:18. His waiting was not wasted. It became the soil of unshakable faith. I call you to the same trust, my child, to believe when nothing changes, to hope when hope feels gone, to pray when the heavens are silent, to walk when the road is dark. This is not cruelty, it is the sacred training of faith. For faith that has never been tested cannot carry eternal weight. But faith forged in the fire can stand against every storm, every trial, every lie of the enemy. Do not let the enemy whisper that I have abandoned you. He is a liar, and the truth is not in him. If I have spoken a word over you, it will come to pass. So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. Isaiah 55:11. Your destiny is sealed by my word, not by man's opinion, not by your feelings, not by the enemy's accusations. You say, Lord, I have been waiting so long, and I answer, child, you are closer than you think. The dawn does not announce itself at midnight. It waits until the very edge of the horizon, and then suddenly the sky breaks open with light. So it will be with you. Suddenly, after what feels like endless darkness, the light of my promise will shine, and you will know it was worth every tear, every prayer, every moment of faith. Be faithful in the meantime. Do not despise the little things. Do not ignore the small assignments. When David was anointed to be king, he went back to tending sheep. The oil was on his head, but the crown was still far off. Yet in the fields, he learned to fight lions and bears skills that would one day slay Goliath. Do not think your daily obedience is meaningless. It is training for your tomorrow. Your waiting is not passive, it is active trust. Every prayer whispered, every act of obedience, every moment you choose faith over fear is building a foundation. And when I bring the promise, it will not crush you, it will crown you. Remember also, my timing is perfect not only for you, but for those around you. Sometimes I delay not because you are unworthy, but because others are not yet ready. The promise involves more than your life. It weaves into the tapestry of others. And I am aligning every thread so that when the blessing comes, it blesses more than just you. Child, I see the tears you cry in the night. I collect them in my bottle. They are precious to me. Psalm 56:8. Not one prayer has been ignored. Not one sigh has gone unheard. Not one step of faith is unseen. The enemy may mock, the world may doubt, even your heart may grow weary. But I remain faithful. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. It hastens toward the goal, and it will not fail. Habakkuk 2:3. And when the waiting is over, it will not feel like delay. It will feel like destiny. Therefore lift your head, my beloved. Do not grow weary in doing good, for in due season you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. Galatians 6:9. The waiting is almost over, and the harvest will be greater than you dreamed. Even now I whisper to your heart, be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. My child, storms will come. The winds will rise, the rain will pour, the waves will crash against your life. Do not be surprised when the sky darkens, for I have already told you, in this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Trouble is not proof that I have abandoned you. It is proof that you are alive in a broken world. But here is my promise, though the storm rages, I am in your boat. Remember, when my disciples crossed the sea, the storm was fierce, the waves were high, their hearts were filled with fear. They thought they were perishing. And yet, where was I? I was there sleeping in the boat. Not because I didn't care, but because I was never afraid. The storm could not sink what I was in. And when they woke me, I spoke a word, peace be still. The wind stopped, the sea grew calm, and their hearts were filled with awe. Child, I am still that same Lord. When your life is shaken, I do not panic. When your heart trembles, I remain steady. And if I am with you, nothing can destroy you. The storm is loud, but my presence is louder. The waves rise, but my hand is stronger. The darkness presses in, but my light cannot be put out. Do not confuse silence with absence. Just because you do not see me moving does not mean I am not at work. Even when I seem to be sleeping, I am sustaining you. Even when I am silent, I am shaping you. And when the time is right, I will rise and command peace over your situation. Do not fear the storm, my beloved. Let the wind blow, let the rain fall. Your foundation is not on sand, but on the rock, and that rock is me. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock. Matthew 7:25. You may bend, but you will not break. You may stumble, but you will not fall. For I uphold you with my righteous right hand. The storm is not meant to drown you. It is meant to reveal what cannot be shaken. Just as gold is refined by fire, your faith is refined by trial. When you walk out of this season, you will not only carry a testimony, you will carry unshakable strength. Beloved, storms do not last forever. Every storm has an end, and when the clouds clear, you will see a brighter sky than before. The storm will not define you. My promise will, so take heart. Do not let fear steal your song. Do not let worry silence your prayer. Lift your eyes above the waves and fix them on me. Just as Peter walked on water, when he looked at me, so you will walk above what should have drowned you. You will not sink, for I am with you. And when the storm is past, you will look back and see that it was not the storm that carried you. It was my hand. My child, hear me. People may fail you. Promises may be broken. Circumstances may shift like shadows at dusk. But I, the Lord your God, do not change. I, the Lord, do not change. Therefore you, O children of Jacob, are not consumed. Malachi 3:6. The ground beneath you may shake, but I remain the same yesterday, today, and forever. When friends walk away, when loved ones misunderstand you, when the world turns its back, know this, I never will. Though my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will receive me. Psalm 27:10. Others may forget you, but I never will. My love is not fragile. My promises are not uncertain. They are yes and amen in Christ Jesus. I see how your heart aches when trust is betrayed. I see how you replay words spoken against you, how you wrestle with wounds you did not deserve. My beloved, lift your eyes to me, for I am not a man that I should lie, nor a son of man that I should change my mind. What I have spoken, I will bring to pass. What I have promised, I will fulfill. Do not measure my faithfulness by the failures of men. Their weakness does not define my strength. Their inconsistency does not dilute my covenant. I am the God who keeps watch over my word to perform it. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. Matthew 24:35. Yes, the ones you thought would stand beside you may leave. Yes, the places you trusted may crumble, but my arms remain open. My throne remains unshaken. My love remains unbroken. I have written your name on the palms of my hands. Your walls are ever before me. Do not fear being forgotten. Do not fear being abandoned. For I have said, never will I leave you. Never will I forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. Even when the night is long and you hear no voice but your own, I am near. Even when no one sees your tears, I bottle every one. Even when the world counts you out, I count you chosen. Child, your security does not rest in the loyalty of others, but in the covenant of your God. I am your shepherd, and I will not abandon the flock. I am your father, and I will not cast away my child. I am your bridegroom, and I will not forsake my beloved. Rest here. My love for you is not seasonal, it is eternal. My care for you is not conditional, it is covenantal. My heart for you is not distant, it is near. Trust this unchanging truth. When all else fades, I remain. And one day you will look back and see that what you lost was not greater than what you gained in me. What left was not meant to sustain you. What failed was not the foundation. What fell away was not the future I prepared. My plans for you are still good, still prospering, still filled with hope. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Lamentations 3:22-23.